let's see what's on TikTok today.
Wasp, which you've destroyed the wasp nest of, you've crushed with your feet 7 times, but somehow after all of that, it manages to come crawling back up the deck and sting you. Let's do a little bit of a history lesson, folks, because to me it seems like a lot of the people who are on TikTok have no goddamn idea where it came from, right? TikTok actually started as a little platform known as Musical.ly back in like around 2016. It was back in the days when Vine had only just been, sort of shut down, and everyone was kind of, clamoring to try something else. And it was a thing where it was basically just lip syncing to music, right? Then it turned into TikTok in 2018. And ever since then, it's just kind of been downhill from there. I don't think Musical.ly was really that great of a platform. It never really was a really good thing. But that's sort of when its downfall, started. Now, just to clarify, I don't want to, act like I hate every single person on the platform. I don't really, if you have TikTok, if you have TikTok installed, if you like to use TikTok, then good for you, right? I can't change what people do, and I can't, forcibly change people's opinions. I'm just here to share my perspective on why I absolutely hate the platform. So if you don't mind me exercising my free speech amendment, which I get from being an American, then click off the video. I don't know. I don't use TikTok, if you can't already tell, but I do scroll Instagram Reels from time to time, or kind of often, just because I find Instagram Reels a hell of a lot funnier than TikTok. I know that algorithms are a thing, but for some reason I just never found TikTok anything that funny. There was some useful stuff, but that's besides the point. But every now and then I'll scroll upon a reel where the way it's presented and the way it's like stylized with like stupid little audio, I can tell that it's a TikTok trend. Where do TikTok trends even come from? Like, seriously, man. My name is You shut the hell up! Shut up! I don't care where it came from. I don't care why all you people are doing it, but it's annoying as hell. These stupid little micro trends people make to capitalize on people's short-ass attention spans with their Subway Surfers gameplay. Why? Seriously, why? Which brings me on to another thing. Why does TikTok just seem to have a monopoly on every meme that ever gets created nowadays?
It's so mind-bogglingly stupid, I swear. We have Just a Chill Guy, we have English or Spanish, and we have TikTok Risk Party.
Allows people that should not have a platform to have a platform. Look at someone like Smart Schoolboy.
What I meant to say here is that it brings attention to people who don't deserve attention, but the same is also true for what I said.
I mean, yes, the main deep dive videos that have gotten really popular and allowed the subjects to keep continuing came from the Nick Crowley video on YouTube, right? But people on TikTok amplify things to 1,000%. Like the devious lick trend was a thing, TikTok was not exactly helping with that. From what I've heard about with the one tub video, there was apparently an AI disability trend. What are you people doing? Seriously, stop! Anything but TikTok, man. People use the term rage baited nowadays. Rage bait existed before TikTok.
Go ahead and kill me, I'm using Wikipedia, but it cites in the definitions and related terms that it's a thing that's existed since 2009, and it's a negative form of clickbaiting as it relies on manipulating users to get mad at a headline, meme, trope, or comment.
That has been a thing ever since the dawn of the internet, basically. You can search for that stuff via 2010. Rage bait has been a thing. People on TikTok lack media literacy. They lack any form of common knowledge about a subject that has already existed, that gets ported onto TikTok and turned into a trend that dies in a month. That's TikTok. I do feel kind of bad for the CEO of TikTok when he went through his whole trial, and how the people who prosecuted him and were asking him questions knew nothing about what they were doing.
Tic-tac-toe.
It was just comical to watch. And comical is a word I use to describe the whole of TikTok. When it actually did get banned for 2 days, and everyone was like, no, I didn't think it would actually get banned. I'm having withdrawal. I was laughing. My silly little heart off. I actually reinstalled TikTok a little bit ago because my work had asked me to be in this little advertisement for it, which I obliged mainly because I didn't want to do, what we were usually doing at work. And So I reinstalled TikTok because that's where they said they were posting it so that I could see the video. And I couldn't find it, so then I deleted TikTok again. A little while later, I found the account on Instagram again, and then I saw the ad which they put music over the entire thing and they didn't include any of the voice lines. So, yep, that was not a waste of my time at all. TikTok is basically consumer propaganda at this point. You know what a Labubu is, you know what the Moonbeam ice cream cookie thing is, right? Like, they use it as a weapon of mass consumerism. Like, oh my god, get this Labubu before it's too late. That's gonna end up in a landfill. That's gonna end up garbage that doesn't biodegrade over time. That ends up killing our environment. Yes, I'm spewing points that have been brought up by people who are like probably generations smarter than me, but I don't need a brain the size of Albert Einstein's to figure out that TikTok is garbage. TikTok is pure slop. Granted, I use Instagram Reels, and Instagram Reels is also slop, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. I'm not trying to act like I'm not a huge hypocrite when it comes to, you know, the mindless content machine. But TikTok is where creativity and content and anything good about social media goes. Whenever you hear about some trend that's like hospitalized and or killed people, 9 times out of 10 it comes from TikTok. Remember the Tide Pod challenge, guys? People who are on TikTok nowadays with like a big platform either tend to purposefully not mention, you know, trends of yesteryear that were once prominent on TikTok that were actually really bad for TikTok, or they just don't know about it because, once again, no media literacy. Do I have much of it? Well, I can guarantee you one thing. These people on TikTok do not know what the Ultimate Showdown is. So, thanks for watching this rant that I wanted to make. I really had an idea to make this like an entire big thing because there is a lot of shady, terrible stuff that goes on TikTok, but my little pre-autistic ADHD brain cannot make sit through an entire editing session for that sort of thing. So if you want more rant style content, I'll oblige. I made a video about this a while back, right? And it was just kind of bad. I mean, I still think my points stand, but you know, Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio aren't nearly as prominent as they once were. And I wanted to make another video about it because TikTok sucks. If you like TikTok, you like TikTok, but at least be aware of what it is you are consuming and what it is the platform is trying to do. Goodbye.